All right. Hi guys. I'd like to start this off with a hello. How you doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Um, I I find it hard sometimes to, how do you say, express myself when it comes to being who I am as a person or who I am as an individual, and even then, I still find it hard. But what I'm trying to express is today I felt like I was in a situation. It wasn't bad or weird. It's just um at work there was an individual, not a worker. An individual popped in, and obviously they looked homeless of sorts. They looked like they've been worse, or they seen worse, or they've been under the weather or anything. And uh I was kind of like sent to watch them or see what is up with them, because to see what they're doing or whatever. So I obviously knew what the situation was because I saw the person already from the get go, and I ended up going to the bathroom, you know, because I had to use it too, and to see what was going on. Now, yes, I don't. Before people even started asking questions, yeah, I did this thing, um, as most homeless people do, without trying to sound rude or anything. But that seems to be the common situation. But as I was, surveying, studying, trying to act normal, be reasonable. I walked in the bathroom, seeing him just trying to fill up a water bottle. That's the first thing I saw. Um, Nothing else. He said hello, and if anything, happy or late St. Patrick's Day. Was, which it was cool. I said thank you. I appreciate that. I hope the same thing for you. If anything, my nephew was born on St. Patrick's Day, so I like to consider today is pretty decent day. He said it was, oh man, he must be lucky. He said, well, the birth was rough, that's for sure. I remember the my sister giving birth, but that's a story for another day about being uncle at a very young age and how difficult that was. But um, what really pains me is I always am a observant person. I like to observe. Observe. I'm always watching. I'm aware of my scenarios. I'm not much for talking, but I'm always observant. If other people don't think, get or not, I like to say I don't play my cards all the way. So we were talking, and he started saying all these good things about somebody else telling him that their kid was born on St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. And he went into his routine, which is obviously asking people about for money, and I kind of knew that already, and I felt bad. I felt bad. Obviously, I felt bad. It's just I find it hard once again when it comes to feeling emotion or expressing empathy. I felt bad. I wish I could have gave him something. I wish I could have helped. I don't have money on deck. I don't have money on deck, and personally, I felt like I should have offered my boss to pay for something for him. I saw he went. I'll finish the story. There is a happy ending for him, I guess. Someone could say, in a way, life is cruel. That's for sure. But people that are homeless, not everybody is homeless by choice, right? Some people just not mentally up there, so they don't know how to survive the world. Some people abuse drugs. Some of the people are veterans, and some people are just going through rough times. Once again, I was observing this person, and he had like four different pair of pants on. Obviously, he was trying to he's keep. That's how he kept himself warm during the winter. Layered clothing. That's very sad. Layered clothing. And obviously, I'm observing the person, and I see that he has a hospital bed. So I was like, he got out just a moment ago too. Maybe not too long, but it felt like it was a moment ago. So I started, putting two and two together, and I started to assume that, he's probably sick, probably not mentally there. I mean, he was able to keep a nice conversation. He wasn't a bad guy either. He actually talked. He was, he may have stunk, but he was pleasant to talk to. But I don't know people's story. I Once again, did he put himself in this situation, or did he just happen to hard fall in a difficult situation? But even if I didn't know how he got there, I felt bad. Is it weird for a person to feel bad even if the person deserving of what happens to them, and they all did it? They did it themselves. They put themselves in a situation, but yet you still felt bad for them. You wish they could get better. You hope to see them get better, only to find out that there's just a cycle, or there's no means or ways to get out. Some people say it's a mindset. Yeah, that's true. That's somebody who practices some. I don't practice. I'm not. I believe in Christianity. Obviously, I pray to Jesus, but that's it. I will pray to just Jesus because Jesus is a good guy. But as somebody who practices, who knows about the occult or esoteric knowledge, stuff like that, hermeticism, it all starts with the self, but not everybody has the ability to be self-aware of what's going on. But that's besides the point. That's a topic for another day. I can't just run my brain. So managed to talk to them for a while, and they asked me, "Hey, you got a nickel?" He was offering. He literally said, "Do you have a penny? Do you have a nickel?" He could have asked me for $1 or two, but he asked for small change. Obviously, I felt bad, man. I wish I was. Once again, wish I was able to offer him something. I don't carry around cash, and if I had my wallet, which I don't like to walk around with my wallet, which I should, I could have offered him the few dollars I had in my wallet. I would have. I have given, to the unfortunate. I even take the time to learn the stories. There was one guy who sadly, he looked like a good, decent individual as well. He looked like a decent individual. I was waiting for my Uber to go back to what? I don't know, because I was moving. I was getting my Uber to go back home. There was a guy there. He was asking for money. I didn't have any money on me, but I ended up giving him my drink and food that I had because I was like, fuck it, I'll just make something to eat at home. He appreciated that. So I asked him, how did he get homeless? He said he did hard. He said he put himself in that situation, and you don't know if he could get himself out. That's tough hearing that. Don't get me wrong. That set me that pushed me off, I was quiet. Threw me off. I was like, oh shit. I offered him my weed pen. Told him to hit it. Obviously, I told him to hit it through something. I didn't mean to laugh. I offered him my weed pen, so he smoked some weed. He appreciated it, and that was it. I got him Uber and I left, and I never seen that guy again. So going back to where I was, I ended up leaving the bathroom, washing my hands. Went back. They asked me what's the situation. I told him he seems like a pretty cool guy. He talked to me. He said he was hungry. He just wants some food or something to drink. I will admit, I have a great boss. My boss is a great guy. He is a really great guy. He sent his daughter, who works for the boss, to dismiss some I looked like he gave him a care package in the process too, because the guy had some food in his hand. We sell croissants. We also do breakfast. We sell bread. Everything that we do is homemade, in house. But that's once again a topic for another store. Send them off with a little care package. I know I'm in a good spot when it comes to life. I'm once again, I observe everything, and that my boss doing that kind of showed me that there is kind of hope for humanity. There's hope in the world, but I just really hope that we could be able to help people out. It's really hard when people are selfish nowadays, and nobody really take the time to help each other out. It's more about me, me, me. Don't get me wrong. I I wish I be thinking about me, but I also think about others as well. I just feel like I should help the community more somehow. But once again, it starts with me, right?